A truck carrying hay caught fire on our way down to the land, and everyone was okay, but it's just one of those moments where you just need to stop and make sure that you are being safe on the road and you are also aware of your surroundings at all times. So we are back out again today. A couple different plans for today. Well, a lot of different plans for today. So we're going to see how today goes and see how many of those plans we can get done. Next thing that we're going to be doing is it's starting to get a little bit hotter. The last time that we were here, we had a great breeze inside the trailer, but we wanted our AC. So we're ready to start running our AC. So we went ahead and picked ourselves up a generator. So I'm going to let you see what that looks like. So we're going to be setting it up for the first time, because we're mainly going to be in Terry, and then I'll also allow the kids to be a little bit more comfortable as well while they're in there, because our AC is great. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is the generator that we picked up. It wasn't too bad of a price. We bought it on Amazon. So this one is a Westinghouse, and then what's good, it has 5,300 running watts and then 6,600 peak watts, and then it also has a remote so that we can remote start it. But we figured that this would be enough power for us to run Terry, all the outlets, the AC, and then also be able to run other stuff as well during the day, like our fridge that's in there. So we're going to test out our fridge to see if it works, because what I've heard with older RVs, usually they take a little bit longer for the fridge to get cold. So we're going to get the fridge hooked up. We already have a bunch of water in there from last time that we keep stored in there, so that we have drinking water. But yeah, I think this should be pretty much good. Usually when we're out here, we can run, we have an inverter, a 4,000 watt inverter, so we're usually able to run like all the outlets, interior, all the lights and everything. We just can't run the AC because it's too much on the batteries for us, at least as many as we have now, and without us having solar panels. We'll see you guys when we get it up and running. Okay, so now that I have the oil in there, Elijah's going to be putting gas inside the generator. So this generator will hold, I think, 4.7 gallons of gas, so it should last a good amount of time. The only thing I'm worried about is how loud it's going to be, but it's okay. I guess we'll get used to it. So now we are inside of Terry, so I'm going to show you really quick. So our generator. So that is our generator out there. Surprisingly, for this to not be a quiet one, it's pretty quiet while we are inside of Terry, which is great. But I'm going to show you these really quick also. So that is our new sconce that goes behind the sofa. I won't show you too much because we're going to be painting today, so I'll give you an overview of everything. But that's our new little lighting. There's one on each side of the sofa, and then that's the one on the other side of the sofa. So yeah, but we are going to get the AC running, and then we should be nice and cool. So throughout the entire trailer, we do have vents that are spread out that will run the AC. So last time when we plugged into shore power, the AC was great. So we're gonna see if the generator can run the AC, which it should because it has so much power. So let's see. This is our controller switch. We're gonna be switching this out probably to something a little bit more modern because that one is annoying. Switch it, keep it on low, and then we'll switch it to cool. Oh, okay. So the AC unit just kicked on. That's the AC unit that hopefully you can hear it rumbling in the background. So we're probably gonna set this up to, in the house at home, we usually keep it to about 75. At this point, Elijah went outside to go check on the generator, and of course his microphone was on, so all you can hear is generator noises. But pretty much I'm just going to show you what the vents look like. And so these little circular vents, we have multiple of them going all the way from the kitchen all the way back to the bathroom to help distribute all the air throughout Terry, which is wonderful. I guess that's one of the nice things about buying the RV from up north. We didn't have to worry about them really using the AC unit too much, so it was more likelihood that it would work perfectly fine and also be barely used as well because it's nice and cool up there for most of the year. So, okay, so I also thought I would show you guys. So we got the fridge kicked on, and so our fridge can work off of AC or propane, which is great. So we're able to run it off of the generator. So we are going to let that cool down. We currently have water in there from last time, but we're gonna let that cool down and we'll see how long it will take it to get cold. Okay, so our plans for today, we have a new trailer jack that we're going to be installing. Vivor is partnering with us for this install, so they went ahead and sent us a automatic trailer jack so that we can swap out our old rusty one that is a hand crank and go ahead and install there, so that literally always you just push a button and it will raise the trailer, push it again, and it will set it down for us so that we don't have to do it by hand anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the jack looks like, and then I will show you what our old hand crank jack looks like, and then we can, get it installed. This is our trailer jack, and so it's an old crank, and then it has the little thing at the bottom, and then the foot attaches down there. But basically it's just a pain to keep hand cranking it every time because it takes us a long time, so we can literally cut our hookup time by 1/3 if we just swap out this old thing. And it just has 3 bolts here that hopefully aren't rusted on, so we have some equipment with us to hopefully get those taken off. But yeah, we will see how this install goes, and I'll show you the new one. So this is our new jack that we're going to be installing. It even has lights up here so that we can see at nighttime what we're doing. But pretty much it attaches a similar way. It just attaches from here onto the thing, and then it has this little leg that comes down here, and then it has a foot that's floating around here somewhere that we'll be installing. Here it is. This is the big metal foot, but it's heavy duty, and then it's rated to hold a good amount of weight as well. And then those are all the buttons up there that we'll end up playing with in a little bit. But for now, let's get this thing uninstalled. So the first bolt came off perfectly fine, but when he rounded to that second bolt, the socket wrench ended up being too big, so he couldn't get the wrench fully down over the other bolt, so he had to go digging through his toolbox to get a little extension piece so that he can actually take off the last 2. So Elijah is just going to spray some WD-40 in the little holes just to make sure that they thread back in nicely. Okay, so next we're going to install the new trailer jack. It's a nice snug fit perfectly. And then what's also nice is that all of the, hoping you can see it, but all of the bolts line up with the holes that are pre-drilled. So they do give you a couple different options for pre-drilled holes just in case your holes line up in a different spot, which is good. They provided these little star washers that Elijah is now putting on. And so those ones are meant to go between the trailer jack and then the bolts that he's going to have to put back in. go ahead and give you a close-up view of up top. So this is your up button to make it rise up. This is to activate the light. That is these guys right on the front. And the light does have 3 settings. It has a, as you can see here, a low, a medium, and then a high. And then the bottom button is for us to lower it down. So it also already came with all the wires. So basically these wires just have to go into our batteries that eventually will get to permanently sit up here as well. Okay, so Elijah already got everything wired up. Now he's going to be installing the foot that attaches to the bottom.
I guess we can decide where do you want it to be?
Doesn't matter. So it has a bunch of holes on there so that we can pretty much decide at what level we want the foot to be. I guess it'll all depend on how tall it gets, but yeah, you can do it there for now and then we can see.
Well, I guess if we're driving like this, we probably want it higher.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try it here.
And so with our old foot that came with the trailer, it didn't have that little pin. Yeah, we could have went and bought one, but it just sucked because you have to take the foot off all the time anytime you wanted to, you know, disconnect the trailer or set it down. So at least with this, now we can drive with it already pre-attached. So we have power to it, and so you can see that all the buttons light up, and even these light buttons up here light up, which is great. So at nighttime we can actually see what we're doing over here, and we don't have to use the other thing. And then as you can see right now, the light is currently on, and so that is the light off when you click that little button there. Found out is that pushing the up button means that it's going to lift the trailer up, so it's going to put the foot down, and then if we push it down, it's going to bring the leg up.
That makes sense, actually.
So while Elijah's unhooking everything, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the specs on this thing. So this is an electric trailer jack, and then the model number is RVCP 3500, and so this one does have a max capacity to lift a 3,500 pounds as well. They do have some that are a lot more heavy duty for a bigger trailer, because right now our trailer is only 26 feet, right? Our trailer is only 26 feet, and so that's pretty good for us to be able to, you know, use this little thing. And it had such a quick and easy install. Like, we've been out here for maybe like 10 minutes to install, from literally getting the old one off to the new one. Just giving you another overview, and then just clicking the button up here, turn the lights off. So that made unhitching from the car so much easier. So we're gonna lower this down so that we can lower down the trailer. But I'm telling you, this makes easy work. So anybody with an older trailer will probably end up also getting one of these on like our normal trailer that we use to haul stuff, because this is life right here. Anything that could possibly make life easier for us, we will do. Okay, so we thank you, Vivor, for sending out the trailer jack for us to test out and to install on our trailer. It is making the world of difference, and we only used it, you know, this one time so far, but let me tell you guys, it is great. So if you want to go ahead and pick yourselves up one of these, we will put a link down in the description box below for you to follow. This is a quick view of what the trailer jack looks like at nighttime, with all the lights illuminated on it. The light that's at the bottom of the jack basically illuminates a very large area at nighttime, which makes being able to see what you're doing so much easier. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.